Hi, my name is Barbara and I'm your Usborne Books More consultant today. I wanted to share with you some of our favorite picture books. We love stories in our home, and so we have got a lot to go through right now. So first I want to show you Little Red Riding Hood from the Peek Inside series. Beautifully illustrated with cutouts on every page. There's a couple of little flaps through this book going through the house, and then you get to open up in the back here, you get to open up the wolf's belly to see a Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma. Adorable story, a great introduction to a classic fairy tale. Next is I'm a Hungry Dinosaur and I'm a Dirty Dinosaur. We love the rhythm in these stories. Wonderful rhythm to read along to or sing along to. You can actually sing along to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle in these books. Great language builder in here, and they're so fun to read. In Dirty Dinosaur, the illustrations are actually made with dirt, and in Hungry Dinosaur, they're actually made with cocoa and sprinkles. So they're really creative. I love those stories. Cordelia is the next one I want to share with you about a little girl who can fly, and it shows her flying and believing in herself until one day her friends start to be discouraging and she starts to doubt her ability to fly. I love how the illustrations become very gray and sad. And then you see in the end she decides to believe in herself and she soars higher than ever before. So it's a beautiful story about believing in yourself when others are being discouraging or doubting you, and just rising above that. Wonderful story for every young boy and girl to read. I really encourage you to add this book into your collection. Next book I want to share with you is A Tale of Two Beasts. Again, I love the illustrations in this story. And we see a little girl headed into a forest one day, and she sees a raccoon. She brings him home because she thinks that she's helping him. But then halfway through the story, we get the perspective of the raccoon. And we see that he feels like he's been kidnapped. And so it's an adorable story about seeing a situation from two different unique perspectives. So this would be a great book to be able to include in any kind of conversation about seeing things from a different perspective and just widening your own scope. Love that book. Nibbles is such a creative book. It's about a little monster that eats his way through books. And I love that it includes classic fairy tales inside, like little miniature books that he nibbles his way through. So we've got Goldilocks and Little Red Riding Hood. See how they're kind of smaller books inside? Then we've got Jack and the Beanstalk here. It's such a creative book. In the end, they put him in a cage, but he escapes. So I love this one. So creative. I love that it includes classic fairy tales that kids are familiar with already. I wanted to share with you a couple of our Phonics readers, Raccoon on the Moon and Llamas in Pajamas. And Raccoon on the Moon is actually also a combined volume right now, so you can buy this book, and it includes several different Phonics readers. Such cute illustrations in here. If you're looking for a Phonics reader, for a beginner reader, I definitely recommend these. You can also find our Phonics readers in different collections. Like I mentioned, that Raccoon on the Moon is a new collection we have. And you can also buy them in this set, or just individually. You can buy each one individually as well. Next two books I want to share with you are You Choose and What Will Danny Do Today. This is by the same author. And I love this collection because Danny, we're going through Danny's day, and you, the child who's reading the story, gets to make all the decisions. You decide what Danny is going to wear, you decide what he's going to eat, who is his favorite teacher, what is he going to do after school, stuff like that. So it's really fun to read this book with a little one and just see how their mind starts going, and they just, their imagination takes over and they can tell whatever story they want. It's always different. They always mix it up. You Choose is really similar, slightly different illustrations, but again, so fun to just sit on the couch with your little one, ask questions, and it just gives them confidence to tell their own story. And make decisions for themselves. I really love these stories. These are just great for preschoolers. Last books I want to share with you are from our picture book series. I've got Jack and the Beanstalk and Cinderella here. And these have thick covers. They feel so expensive, but they're just $9.99. These are really beautiful books. Now, Jack and the Beanstalk was a book that I was looking for a while, and I was having trouble finding a version that I liked because I felt like the giant was always really scary, and my daughter is just 2.5, so I didn't want anything too scary for her. I love the illustrations in this book. They're just perfect. Adorable classic story, Cinderella. We've also got Little Red Riding Hood and Goldilocks. Anne of Green Gables is a new one in that series. And How the Whale Got His Tongue is another new book in that series as well. I love this. So I hope you were able to find something that you love today. Thank you for watching.